tree, black pastel, super orange tree, black pastel, cypress without the yellow belly. You see the difference between that one and this one?
Mm-hmm. Look at, come here, I want to see it. Look at that.
She's like, let me go over here.
So that's without the yellow belly.
That's without the yellow belly.
She was.
Big difference.
Yep. Pretty, isn't it? Could you imagine taking care of all these snakes?
By myself?
By yourself? Yes?
It will be a little bit some harder, but a little bit easier. Because all you have to do is put them somewhere in the new bin, and then you just need to watch them, clean their poop, and then just grab them and put them back in. It's so simple.
Okay.
All right. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone.
Good morning.
The Monday is starting off really well because I'm here with the shake and bake god. Look at your name.
Oh, man, I didn't even realize that. That's just. I guess that's what I'm gonna be today. I'm gonna be this fake guy today.
All right. So y'all, look, we're doing something pretty dope. I don't know if Dre, if you're doing it too, but right now we're actually, because I'm like getting like this little TikTok bug. I am live on TikTok. So everybody, Dre, say hi to the people on TikTok. They can hear your voice. They can't see your face. Dre said hey. So
What up,
I'm
what up, what
live.
up?
This is Two Peas in the Podcast, episode 39. And we're shouting out our chat right now, which Stan is be killing the #1 spot. He does not keys all the way out. He's
Right.
Good morning, Rod. Kara Shay, good morning. Good morning, good morning. You be getting
Good morning, good morning.
You'll get my truck in the shop. All right. So you'll get your week busting up because you'll get your ride. Let's see. Hey, Justin. Good morning, Pop. Maki, aloha, sis.
What up, Maki?
What? KT on time today.
KT, my guy, was popping.
What? Yeah, KT said, because these fools ain't waiting on me. That bad and bougie. Snake with a Uzi.
Don't start. Just don't start. Don't start.
What's up, fam? I actually got a chance to meet them in person in PA a few weeks ago. Pretty dope. Stayed the entire time too. Definitely was cool peeps.
Elias' comment is funny.
Two of my babies and shit. Good morning, Jeremy. How are you, Jeremy? Good show last
Jeremy, what up, man? What up?
I laughed so hard that day on Danny. I tell you. Definitely a good rewatch. A nice show to replay. Jeremy did a panel show last night with the some of the PA breeders. We had Phil on. You know, that's always a blessing. But it was him, Phil, Danny, Nathan, Chris. I mean, it was pretty dope. But whenever they get together, it's just definitely like a fraternity, and it's hysterical. And if you're going in there, if you have soft feeling about any of your breeding plans, just mute Danny every time he speaks. Because he might have just smashed your breeding plans for the year. Pretty dope, though. Let's see. Make sure y'all check out my new unveiling of my new Scaly baby. Good morning, Elias.
Good morning, good morning. What's popping?
Jamie in the house. I say Jamie in the house. I say Jamie in the house. House in your mouth. Shut up.
Okay, Drew. You had coffee this morning, didn't you? You had coffee this
I had
morning?
plenty of sleep. And look, y'all. So, real story. So yesterday I decided that I was going to try this whole, let me explain, vegan thing. But if I have crabs, don't y'all ever judge me, because that's the one thing that's like, I can do everything but yesterday we had all clean meals. My husband might not be feeling as great as I am, but I feel really, really good. I made this new little recipe last night. It was really good. I feel good. I feel amazing.
You said clay meals?
Vegan.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And actually, vegan is easy for me, because as long as, like yesterday, I cooked the mushrooms. So I explained it to my husband. When I worked out in Largo, it was a vegan restaurant there, and I ate vegan all the time. But it was not what you would think vegan is, right? So vegan macaroni and cheese is still vegan because it's made from, plant-based foods and stuff. But yeah, I loved it. I just couldn't cook it. So now I'm starting to cook it. And it's so good. But
I had vegan mac and cheese a couple of times, and no, thank you.
oh, I love vegan mac and cheese. I like vegan mac and cheese honestly better than I do like regular mac and cheese. I actually like vegan cheese better
I'm
than I
sorry.
like.
I like my cheese to send me. It's supposed to give me a trip to the bathroom. If it's not official, like come on, like, because I like all the cheeses. I need the 4, 5, 6 cheeses. I need it to be the strings and everything. You
Yeah,
mean
but
vegan mac and cheese is
I'll be
cool.
50 next week, and as you get older, your body will start to remind you of
I'm
what you
30.
don't need.
Listen, I'm 30, and I went to the gym yesterday. Yesterday was leg day, so it's reminding me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's out. You should have saw the way I hobbled down them steps this morning. I was about to just do a barrel roll because my leg's on fire right now.
So the only thing that's ever stopped me, because I eat healthy a lot, but I eat the only thing ever that can stop me from saying I'm a vegan ever will be crabs. I will never ever be able to not eat crabs. Never. It will never happen.
True.
It will never happen.
Yeah, I can't.
I wouldn't tell that lie to anybody. It will never happen.
See, that's me with chicken. Love chicken, man.
So, and I thought that was me, but as you get older, you realize that when you realize that you can make the mushrooms taste like chicken, you can.
I don't eat mushrooms.
Me neither. Until you start to make them taste like chicken.
So here's the thing. My dad's a trucker, right? But by trade, he's a chef. Okay. So when we were younger, I'm the youngest of 4. When we were younger,
he would go get the mushrooms, and you thought it was a Smurf. No.
Let that be your one and only time. Let that be your one and only goddamn time. When we were younger, we were basically like his guinea pigs when he wanted to try new stuff. And he would make us eat just like, most people who chefs be trying some nice. No, we like 4 and 5, and we eat like lima beans. And no, so I hate beans. I'm not eating no type of mushroom. I don't like onions and peppers. I'm fat, but I'm picky. It is what it is. If I'm gonna gain some weight, I ain't get this fat by eating nasty food. I'm eating
onions and peppers is a must for me in any food.
It depends. Like if I'm going to get a burger, I don't want them thick ass onions on my burger.
Yeah, I don't.
But they gotta be for me to eat them. They gotta be grilled or they gotta be caramelized onions. Other than that, I'm not eating it.
Got you.
Peppers, on the other hand, they gotta be chopped up like real nicely, real small, because I can't eat it.
All right, so what time is it?
You got a do-rag on?
Is that what you? This is skull.
Okay. Oh, I was saying. Okay, Dave Hollister. Did you see?
Oh, I got the. What you talking about?
Let's shake it. As many times I came on here with my little lock sock on, I was just asking.
I'm just saying, since you want to talk about it, I can transcend real fast.
Yeah, I'm about to get up to your level real fast today. I can already see what type of day this gonna be. Did you see Elias' comment?
I'm coming. Let's see. Nikki was so anti-TikTok. Look, shout out to TikTok. We here, we live with the peeps right now. Hi, everybody. Everybody is here and they can't even see y'all on the screen. So yes, shout out to TikTok. They messing with me, TikTok, because they say I love y'all now. I try to stay away from TikTok, but I actually love the TikTok vibe. So I'm bringing y'all in this morning. So Elias, yeah, they my peoples. They my peoples.
You see that, Elias? You see that, Elias? She ain't mentioned me or Sean at all. She shouted out
Yes,
TikTok.
Justice, I am
You know
50.
what I'm
Well, I'll be okay. Justice, I'm 49. I'll be 50 in how many days now? 7 days. So next Monday I will be 50.
She thinks she's still 29. No, that's the problem.
That's all. Age is all the mindset, though. I tell people that all the time. If I think I'm old, I'm gonna start to look old. I'm gonna start to feel old.
Nothing about you
I'm
being
old things. I like to keep my grandkids confused, and they be trying to figure out. Wait a minute, are you my mommy? And so grandma is your yeah. I like to keep them confused to how I became their grandmother.
I'm not messing with you today.
It was your mama's fault. But yeah. Yes, TikTok. Secret is I don't let people get on my nerves. Dre, the way I just come out, that's actually, don't let nobody tell you that biting your tongue is a good thing. It's not. When you bite your tongue, you don't express what's really in your heart and your mind, and therefore you can filter it, but you don't have to fight it. Damn it. You ain't got the choke. But my whole point to this is that you will hear people say, like, I'm not a person who's gonna fake the funk. If I don't like you, you typically know one or two ways. I don't think you got to tell everybody that you don't like them. I don't think you have to say it, but you will know that I don't fuck with you. Like, you could be in a chat of 200 people and I'll say hey to 199 and you were the only one.
That's a fact.
That's a clue.
That's a fact.
Now, that's when I don't like you. But then there's people that I just don't like your ways. We still cool. You may not like some of mine. Dre can't stand some of my ways. That's still my brother. Trust me.
That's vice versa.
She can't on a regular.
She can't stand some of my ways either because she be after me on Facebook.
So let's talk about filtering. So I feel like when it's family and friends, people close to you, that you shouldn't have to filter shit. But when it's the public and Dre does be assassinating people, I do be feeling sorry for them because they don't understand the other side of the patch.
But that's the thing is, Nicole, if you met my family, I'm not the worst one. That's why this is a product of being in my family. This is what it is. I'm nice. If y'all met the rest of my family, I'm nice. For real.
Well, that's how I ain't gonna say I'm the nicest one, but
you're
all similar. We're all similar. Pam, people think Pam nice. If something goes down, Pam is sweet as I am until she's pissed off. So that's why I hate that. Growing up, people always said Pam was the nice one. No, I was the one y'all saw who would fight. I would fight first. But the mean, conniving, Lord Jesus, your house might be getting blown up. Something detonating on your car is Pam. It's not me. I'm not going there.
Oh, she one of those.
So the one time, y'all, I'll tell a story. The one time that I really, I'm gonna tell you a story because one thing I'll tell y'all that you will always know, if I ever woke up and Slim is no longer here, it's because he put his hands on me. That's the one part. That's even bigger than don't cheat. Like, don't touch me is before. Don't cheat.
He ain't gonna do that.
Because I know what's going to happen. The marriage is over. All the love went out the door. All of that. Like, so that's the one thing. So one time I was with a guy. And he put his hands on me. And how it went down was he ended up in between the house and the truck. So what I did, y'all, I had to switch my vehicle for like 3 weeks. You know what? You know who was willing to switch vehicles with me? Pam. Pam was like, hey. I said, yes, the lady called the police. I got a pin between the house and a truck. My sister said, bring the truck here. I drove her car because we figured they got the license plate number for 3 weeks and she drove my truck.
You see, before I met you, I figured you was that type of crazy. But
No, I'm not
it's all
crazy.
love.
I'm not crazy. I was self-defending myself. This guy was 6'3". All right. He called me the B word. He put his hands on me. That was self-defense.
I ain't saying he didn't deserve it. I ain't saying that at all. For sure.
I didn't go crazy.
Cause I got a little one. And whether she can handle it or not, daddy coming either way. It don't matter. When you popped out and I was your daddy, you didn't have no say so on how I defended you. So it's whatever.
And so that's how I am with Slim. Like I try to. The one thing that I know that makes him go from the sweet person he is don't do nothing to his daughter, don't do nothing to any of these grandkids, and definitely don't do nothing to his wife. So those are like the things that I know. Like his sister, like the women, especially the women. Like don't play with those that he has to protect. That's where he's different. But I can tell you that me and him are like, both are like that with my stepdaughter. Like my stepdaughter is not like my kids. My kids go hard. They are like, I don't worry about them. My stepdaughter is a beautiful girl who was raised, we raised her like literally in a car because she's been in my life since she was 1. And so we would play like those, Dora and stuff like that. With my kids, my grandkids listen and my kids listen to rap music. Now I've never heard that kind of stuff because I kind of always, respected how her mom wanted to raise her when she was with us. So we would listen to Dora Explore and all of that. So that made her grow up a little bit softer than my kids. So yeah, you mess with Nala because I don't think Nala is going to go as hard. Now we learned recently that she will defend herself. Thank God, because that was always my question. Because I always tell you, you're a beautiful girl. Her father keeps her fly from the hip. My stepdaughter is one of the flyest kids you ever want to see. She deserves it though because she keeps good grades. She's a sweet, humble kid. But because she's very pretty and she dresses really nice, people, kids these days, they try. And so when she got tried, and we at least knew that she was going to fight back. But what I be wanting her to be is like Jada, my daughter, who drag them to no end. Jada going to jail. Like my daughter at 15 was going to jail when she ended the fight. But it also kept people from fucking with her as an adult. Like you knew her reputation. You checked her resume. And if you mess with Jada, you got to be out of your mind because she's going all the way. She's been unlike her mother. She don't have a whole lot to lose in her head. All she got is you mess with me and my kids is going all the way down. And so I'm not mean, Dre. I just think going to my point, people would sit here and try to play it, like things don't bother you. No, that when someone do something and it bothers you, tell them. Unless the person is irrelevant to your life, but the people that you have to deal with, or the people who, like Dre, if I didn't tell you the things I did and did not like, we could not have a good relationship because we wouldn't know how to communicate with each other and vice versa. Like if I didn't know, like I know there's a conversation you and I can never have again, right? We know this because it took us both to a place that we didn't need to be, but because we understood how each other are and our passions, it didn't make us not pick up the phone the next day,
Yeah, I'll let you have that.
Oh, you will let me have it like I did it? Oh, like I did it by myself? Okay.
We laid it to rest that last 10, Lee. I think we did. All right, so what's the topic today?
The topic is social media. Right.
Yes.
And so Drace, he wanted to talk about social media and the benefits. I wanted to talk about kind of like how we talked about how I didn't want to get the hell on TikTok. I text and cast because of my eyes aren't the best. Y'all be healing those big old babies just by some of your videos. Thank you. I wasn't big on social media, and I said it before. It wasn't until I decided or thought that maybe I was going to breathe down the line that I came out of my reptile closet for 30 plus years and decided to start to be active on social media and let people know me that way. My experiences have been positive and negative. Negative goes to what I talked about. I don't have a lot of patience for bullshit. And social media brings a lot of bullshit. I am not the person who's going to let you talk to me publicly any kind of way and not respond. So, and when I respond, I promise it's a
See, we hear on that. We hear on that.
But see, listen. directly for you. Your response, and see, and I always say, tell people, I stay humble in my corner because people don't know really how I'm living, right? Like I got angles I can come for people, and you really don't know how I'm living, but I don't. Just leave me alone over here. I'll leave you alone over there. And I think that social media gives people empowerment because they don't know me personally, and they don't know that even though I'm almost 50, like people mature. I have a mature past slapping the shit out of somebody when I see them. If you see anybody talk about me, they would tell you that's the one thing, whether it was work or play. Even when I was making $200,000 a year, people knew not to come in a boardroom and come off the motherfucking check because $200,000 means nothing to me when it comes to the fact of you being disrespectful. I'll make that again. So I'm that girl. Don't play me that way. So social media brought a lot of that. But on the flip side, it brought so many amazing people, like the people in the chat. It would definitely, when it comes to the breeding, I learned so much from the people here. When it came to the keeping, I realized that the animals I kept were special because I didn't feel that way. I felt like they were just, cool animals. And then I get into like the bro group, for example, and people like, damn, Shorty got some dope animals. I'm like, oh, they dope. Okay, so then that's when I realized that I should have, done more of the social media and education. But I think Dre, for a person who is a lot like me with that, don't come for me type of thing.
Right.
I respect the TikTok. So Dre is the reason why I do TikTok. Where are y'all from in my bet? I'm from the DMV area.
Ohio.
Dre is from Ohio. He has family in Columbus, so the ghetto side is in him, even though he was raised in the bougie side. But anyway, but Dre, you did amazing with it. So I do want you to kind of lead this conversation. But before we do that, I want to just remind everybody that, oh goodness, I can't. All right, so I'll do a prayer because I had a scripture for Brian, but it's over here. So let me do a prayer real quick for Brian Barchat. Bear with us. Father God, we come to you again this Monday. Lord, we are thankful that you are definitely showing your presence with grace and mercy through a tough process for Brian right now. The loss of hair, I share that story with others, and we know that the loss of hair for some people is a lot. So we know that this is going to be a defiant time in this transition for him, going from part A of cancer to part B of cancer treatment. The hair loss is where it really becomes real. We'll keep him encouraged. Hair can grow back. We know that. We see that. And God, with your grace, it grows back better after you beat the cancer. So we're hoping that, Brian, you don't miss the hair. We hoping and praying that Brian stays strong through this second phase of his transition, through this treatment. And God, we pray that you keep all those around him strong, employed, and willing to come in every day to do it for him the way that he would do it so that he can rest and get through this. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. So with that, anybody, please make sure that you drop a nice comment on Brian's videos when he's posting them. Just, send some love. I can tell you, I've shared that story before of the day that my sister lost her hair, and how even though she was getting treatment for weeks, it was that day that I think we all realized that it was real. And chunks of her hair was coming out into her hands. So for me, it was tough, but for the person who actually hair it is, I'm sure it's worse. And we can say that, it's only hair. I always say this. Let's think of people who like me. My teeth. If I lost my teeth, like I couldn't lose my teeth to get veneers, for example, because like the real ones where you actually supposed to keep much amount for 6 weeks and stuff like that, not the stuff that everybody's getting today, but real veneers. My girlfriend did that, and for 6 weeks she couldn't. She had no teeth. I couldn't do that for a day, and it's not a vanity thing. It's just a thing that it's something that I like. I like my smile. So for 6 weeks, if I can't smile because I don't like the way my smile look, that's about me. And nothing else. So yeah, go ahead, Dre.
Oh yeah. So first things first, shout out to Miss Lady Tiz here. So after I was it last week after the podcast, so we chopped it up a little bit, and that's when I told her you got to get on TikTok. I'm telling you, you're gonna get hella views. And y'all, she killed it. If you missed it, you missed it. But she killed it. She killed it. It was good. I was happy to see her. You know what I'm saying? She had all the monsters out. I was like, damn, I need to up my, step it up. But nah, it was nice. But I get a lot of questions about like I got like 14 in my DMs right now of like, establishing social media presence and maintaining one. And I'm no expert. I'm no huge person with this massive platform. But doing what I do, it's gotten me somewhere. So I think first things first is consistency. That's probably the main thing because I know it's a shame that I gotta say this, but there's people I know who have content that's really not the best, but they're consistently posting. So we all know that every social media platform has algorithm. The more you post, the more it's gonna get pushed, and as long as you're consistent with it, you can get hella views, hella views. Right now, Instagram is pushing reels like crazy. Reels and my stories, they go crazy every now and then. But when it comes to the snakes, honestly, all you need is just showing the snake and then just some decent music. That's like the main thing. Instagram Live is trash. it's trash. And now that I'm on TikTok Live, it's way better. So if you even if you aren't breeding, even if you're not trying to, be like some, massive content creator, if you just want to establish some type of identity on social media, I would advise you to go live on TikTok, at least once or twice a week because it definitely helps. And the thing I like about TikTok is it pushes the live to everybody versus Instagram. People only jump in the live when they see it. TikTok pushes it out to people, so it makes it a lot better.
Okay.
And with
So TikTok is pushing this out to everyone right now. And let me tell you something, Dre. Let me tell y'all how awesome TikTok is real fast. These people can only see my face and hear us talking, and they hear. So I'm definitely going to go live later on for you guys when I go clean some of the ball pythons.
let me know. Let me know what time we could probably go together again. 'Cause I do gotta go to the shop today.
Okay, so it'll be sometime afternoon. Let me know when you get to the shop.
Yeah, I don't got baby girl today, so that should work.
Okay. All right, so but just shout out to y'all. Just a reminder for everyone, if you want to see us and want to join the awesome people that's in our chat right now, you can go over to YouTube, Lady Tiz Exotics, and you will actually see all of this. And
right,
you know how that goes. But thank y'all for being in here.
How many viewers you got right now?
Don't let people get on your nerves. I can't see all that. You asking me to see
it's
everything.
In the top right.
I can see 446 likes. But I still can't see the viewers.
It's on the top right of the screen.
I can't see, Dre. It's probably too far away from me because where I got
Okay. I bet you got more than what you would have on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because that's the thing I don't like about Instagram. I got 12K followers, but I'm only getting like 10 to 12 people viewing my live.
We'll be bringing out snakes later on today. Me and Dre will be coming back live later on today. For
sure.
Go ahead, Dre.
But yeah, so be consistent in posting your content. But I think outside of that, a lot of people forget to have fun with it. Gotta have some fun with making the content. Because y'all know me. Y'all be seeing the stuff I be posting. It may not be some people's taste, but it is what it is. And I think seeing where I started out on social media before versus now, it definitely shows off my personality a little more. Because I lost there was a reel that I posted recently and I lost like 50 followers. And I was just like, it is what it is.
What was it? Oh, the one. Oh God, I hated that one too. You know I hated that.
I know you did.
I don't like because that's a trigger. It's an unnecessary trigger. But go ahead. I know which one you're talking about. We won't talk about it because that's the conversation me and Dre can't have.
It's the one thing because I had somebody DM me about it. I had somebody DM me about it and they didn't ask me to. They told me to take it down. And you already know that was who the fuck are you talking to? So one thing you got to understand is no matter what your sixth sense of humor is, no matter how you feel about something, not everybody's going to agree with you. You got to keep it moving. And me personally, no matter what I do in life, I'm not here to please everybody. I'm here to do what I do and keep it moving. If you don't like it, cool. I'm not
So
for
that's
everybody.
another thing.
Mhm.
So another thing, a part of staying young, I'm just going to dig right in there. You have to live your life
Yeah.
your way. And doing that way, you're going to realize that sometimes you got to associate with people that you otherwise may not associate with. Don't try to change them. Don't let them change you, type of thing. But stay true to who you are. Like I can't, and it's a struggle for me doing this as a business now, because like I said, even when I was making 200K, you was not going to disrespect me. So doing this as a business, I am a whole lot more, because it's my business, a whole lot more filtered than I ever been. Because yeah, it's some people who y'all lucky y'all still, yeah. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I think the thing with me is I know when to and when not to. I think at this point now, most people know I've established somewhat of a social media identity. So now the content that I post is expected. So it's like if I'm not posting it a certain way, because I do notice. So now on
That's being true to you though, true to your
yeah,
audience,
for
right?
sure. But even then though, I pick up on a lot of things. So when I post my animals on TikTok, I don't get a lot of kickback or results. But when I post like the content or like the just the random skits and whatever the satire content, that is what, or if I'm responding to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
that's what goes crazy. Which I had a couple people I had to respond to this last week, but I'm the one thing about me, there's too many videos that have been going around where people are unnecessarily killing snakes. And I'm always gonna speak out against that because why not? This is what we do. We got Nicole, you got 50 plus million thousand snakes. I got 20 snakes. I'm never not gonna educate I'm never gonna not educate somebody on what they doing, and especially if it's wrong. So videos like that always do well for me. I'm not saying I do it for the views, but at the end of the day, it's hard for me to sit there and watch a video where somebody's just killing a snake because of their own ignorance. So I'm definitely gonna respond to it.
So I'm gonna answer that, Maki. No disrespect, but when Herp Social has different people from Facebook, Instagram, the bro group that you're in, and all these other individual Facebook groups, then I'll come over to Herb Social. So when you see people who you don't already see, then I would do that. Y'all, it's so many different platforms. And again, when we talk about social media, I don't have a problem with using the other platforms for sales and then communicating that because honestly for me, I hope most of my sales are always going to be direct, and I have this pool of people who just keep coming back and buying from me. That's what my hope is, right? But if her social is only for selling, I already got 10 damn social medias to do that on and to manage. If you're a bigger breeder, I can see where maybe that's definitely a nicer another platform. Again, I'm not on social media just to be doing social media. Some people are already in these platforms that I don't like. So I'm gonna join another platform to see people I don't like. Doesn't make sense. So
Yeah.
I'm going to stay with the ones that I have to stay with. If I went to Herb Social, it's going to be because it brings a whole another community from the UK or something.
Exactly.
Some people I don't know that I find cool. I find people in the UK cool. So, but the people that's already existing and you see the same people liking your posts on every other platform, it makes no sense to me.
I second that on top of it's another application I got to keep up with.
Exactly.
And we've already established on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. I don't have another I just don't have it in me to get into another platform. And y'all know I'm not breeding anything. At least not of right now, but even when I do start breeding, I still
Hey, bro.
don't want to necessarily be known as just a breeder. So what up, Keys? So I won't be joining. I saw it yesterday on Dubia's website, but I don't know. I feel like Dubia now owns Morph Market, and then they now have Herb Social. I feel like it's kind of pointless.
So
What's the
it's
point?
almost like everything was a response to Dubia having Wolf Market. That's how I feel, and that's okay. Like people do what you want to do, follow who you want to follow. I'm with all of that. I'm just not a person who reacts because other people react, right?
But
because somebody say, like, I don't have a Batman. I can make them with the snakes I have, but I didn't go out and buy one because I didn't want a Batman. Justin locked that down, and then everybody got Batmans, right? So I'm a person who, and you made a good point. I breed snakes, and my Wolf Markets say that I am a keeper first. My passion is behind keeping first. The breeding came as a offspring, an offset to keeping for so many years. So I'm a passionate keeper who became a breeder. So for me, putting beautiful animals on Wolf Market and sharing them every now and then on Instagram, I get more questions about the animals from just sharing a picture on IG than I do from being on any Facebook group. My own page, I don't do that much on, you know. Where I find that I love social media more is what you said, Dre. Like, and that's why TikTok got me, Elias. That's why TikTok got me. I love the education part. I love trying to get these people who don't know what we do, how we do it, the why we do it, how long we've done it, the passion behind it, the therapy the animals provide to us. I like making people who don't know. And what that does is help us on the breeding side because you're bringing it into the community.
Yeah, outside of that, Dubia started another social media too called coldblooded.com. I'm like, I'm not doing all of this. It's too much. And honestly, I'm still trying to establish myself. I'm still trying to grow as much as I can. I'm still learning as much as I can, even about social media, and just trying to stick with it. So I'm not keeping up with more. No, it's just no. I'm good. Unless it's something that could really benefit me and my animals, I'm all for it. But until then, no, I'm cool where I'm at. So.
Yeah, it's too much. Like when that other one came out, and I remember everybody was jumping over there, and Keith remember we was like, I said I'm not 2-year-old. That's what you used to ask me too. I'm like, I'm not doing it. That was my.
I never joined. I just always like the people that I talk to on a daily. I just always want to know.
Me to go over there. I'm like, I'm not doing it. And who uses it now? Nobody.
But I tell you what. If you joining them apps and you still ain't a part of USARK, you a problem.
Oh, wait, hold on.
You a problem. Just saying, because me, I support USARK and USARK Florida. I don't even live in Florida.
Let's wait a minute. Trey just.
Where the little machine at? You supposed to drop a bomb.
So listen, bro. Listen. This is something I said the other day. There are people that I love and respect, and I have said, if you are a reptile keeper at this particular point, and you are not a member of USARK, and you're supporting people, platforms, Chandler, who are not members of USARK, who is not helping USARK Florida, then we can't share platforms with each other. This is not the podcast I can bring you on, bro. Or sis, I can't. Like, we represent USARK all day here. And for everybody on TikTok, if you get a turtle, if you get a frog, if you own any animal, honestly, because of how USARK end up fighting for the rights for us, you need to go to usark.org, get the most minimal membership.
Explain to them what USARK is, Nicole, because a lot of them.
So USARK is the United States Association for Reptile Keepers. So what they do for us is they're kind of like, the best way for me to explain it for the common person is like a prepaid legal, where if there is ever a legislation in our state that comes up against us as reptile keepers, or there's ever a question if someone wants to ban a worm or corn snake or whatever the case may be, USARK is the entity who legally represent all of the hundreds of millions of reptile keepers, the 2% of the nation, in court. Like, so therefore they fight for us. We never got to show up, and we still get to keep animals. My best relation to that is, I think it was 1998 when right here in Maryland, for example, there was a big attack on the boa constrictor. So the fact that I keep boa constrictors even to this day comes from, it wasn't USARK back then, but it was another name for it. I can't remember what it was, but pretty much it did the same thing. It's still kind of what USARK does. And pretty much they fought so that we can keep our boa constrictors.
And unfortunately, if you in Florida, you
Yeah.
getting slighted, and it's fair.
Florida is
Honestly,
a whole different beast because you got, if I'm being like respectful to the fact that you do have some animals that people assume, because it's an assumption, that is evasive in Florida. More evasive than the crocodile and alligators, or more evasive than the American alligator. But that's what they say. But, my point is Florida is worse because Florida is one of the very few states where they also have FWC who regulates that part of the law. Where here, like in Maryland, we do have a fish and wildlife, but they're not the end all and say all of what happens in wildlife and agriculture. So pretty much the best way is that when something comes up, they know it first. They're looking for the laws. They're looking for these alerts that comes out daily, and then they are the ones who respond for us. So pretty much, if you're a reptile keeper, you donate. I'm a silver member. I only pay $250 to be a silver member a year. So that's $250 a year. I can spend that on crabs on one time fee. One-time fee, right? So it's not like a lot of money. You take the $250, divide it up by 12. You see, it's not a lot of money.
Listen, that's a third of what I spend on rats.
But my animals are spoken up for, protected, and I am well informed. And I don't have to read the whole 15-page law. USARK will break it down for us in a couple pages. Right. Read it, we get it, and we can move on. So shout out to USARK and USARK Florida. If you want a good example of what USARK Florida did about, what was that, April, right around Easter, there was a whole bunch of animals who were slaughtered. And they were illegally slaughtered because FWC overstepped their boundaries. And in doing so, a man lost his animals, and I'm convinced that we're not seeing him to this day because he's in a deep depression. I know I would be. You take any of my babies from me and kill them in front of me. And first of all, I think
they got to put me in a padded room. One of them jackets on like this.
I don't really know how that was going to go, but if you take them, let's stick there where I can visually sit. You take them from me, you would definitely create a monster. And that's what another thing a lot of people don't know is that our animals are therapy animals for us. Give respect, gets respect, right, Stan?
So speaking of USARK, this is something that you've said, and kind of going back with the social media thing. One thing that I'm mindful of, and it's something that I've changed, like not recently, well, I guess you can say recently, dealing with us, we got to watch what we post. Unfortunately, all the stuff that we think is cool, we think would be dope, we have to be mindful of it because it only hurts us, so you guys, I'm no longer post videos, reels, or anything of my snakes eating, and I don't do like I've never really had like a bite video, but I've shown pictures of like bite marks of the snake biting. I don't do that anymore because I understand the severity of how that looks. And also, even if you don't live in Florida, with how crooked the FWC is, I wouldn't be surprised if whatever, because I know that we all know they have people that scour social media looking for content and everything like that to help their case. The reason I stopped doing it is because who knows, your pictures could be gathered and cropped out, and all they can say is, "Oh, well, they live in Florida," and not even actually have to prove that you live in Florida, because it's not like they show like what proof or anything that they have. So I'd rather put my personal feelings aside, my ego aside, and understand that this does affect me too. And I got a lot of people down in Florida who I support. So I understand they already have it bad. So I'm going to do any and everything in my power to make sure that I can help them in any possible way. So I get a lot of people, was on TikTok last week, and I was talking about, the other day, and I was showing off the snakes, and I was talking about how I got to feed the snakes, and somebody's like, "Oh, go live. I can't. And the crazy part is, before I didn't think it was that big of a deal because I'm feeding frozen. People complain about that too, and unfortunately, it's like people know what snakes eat, but they still whine about it. And unfortunately, we're under attack right now, so I gotta pull back in order to contribute to the bigger picture because it's sketchy.
I think it's an animal thing. So for me, even as a reptile keeper, I take no pride in, like, it's hard for me to go pull a rat and go feed. It's hard. Like, even selecting which rat is going to go that day. Like, literally, it's based on which one that don't come running to the front to me. Like, it has to be one that I have, like, haven't built a rapport on, you know, with. Like, it has to be one of the ones that's kind of distant. Like, we don't go in there and just say, all right, come on, we ready to feed. Like, we don't
She'd be
do
like,
that.
she'd be like, I don't like you like that. Come on.
It's so hard. It's so
But
hard
see,
to feed. So
that's the thing.
but I keep in mind though, as hard as it's me for a person who owns these animals and that's the only way that they can grow, for a person who is not an animal, well, who doesn't keep these snakes but love animals, feeding another animal is still hard to watch. And it's not the same. People can say, you know, it's like us eating chicken. We were born watching us eating chicken. People don't see animals in the wild eating, so it is still a shock factor. So again, I've never done it, but I do think there's a place for it because I think, like, say for instance, if someone, and that's where I shout out like the Patreons and those little private things like that, because I will, like, on my YouTube member part of my channel, like the people who are members, like, I'll post stuff like that. I wouldn't mind showing it to those people. These are people who are like-minded people, but people who may want to take it to the next level and maybe get a retic one day. So this is what it looks like when a retic is eating a 10-pound rat.
It sucks, you know, because nobody, and this may be a stretch, but this is how I think about it.
Thanks, Dan.
When you see, you know, like, you know, private zoos or people who have these, you know, rehab centers for, you know, lions, tigers, and bears, you know, they throw them a whole zebra leg or whatever. Nobody complains about that. But because I'm in my house and I'm feeding an already, you know, killed animal, I'm the problem. And that to me does not make sense. So forget the whole you eat chicken thing, but animals are animals. And I'm not feeding any of my animals reptilinks. You can kiss my ass. No, I'm not doing that. No. And it's just crazy to me that out of every pet keeping industry in the world, it seems like reptiles get it the worst. You can have all of the backyard dog breeders you want, but keeping reptiles seems to be literally under attack right now. Because you know how many I wanted to say effed up, but I'm gonna pull it back. You know how many messed up bullies I see scrolling through my social media? That's okay, but if I post a video of my snake swallowing the tail end of a rat, it doesn't make any sense to me. But this man been breeding these backyard bullies for 10, 20 years. Ankles is, you know, front paws is bent in like that. He sound like he on 600-pound life and look horrible. No, that doesn't make any sense to me. And this is why sometimes I talk the way I talk, is because the world is too sensitive for me. And me personally, I was raised a little different. I'm sorry. I wasn't raised to care about everybody's feelings or cater to everybody's feelings. I'm not saying I'm going to be rude. However, if I'm doing me, don't come over here and project yourself or put yourself in a situation that has nothing to do with you.
Right, don't poke at me. So that's the thing.
Exactly.
I stay in my line. I say that all, well, you know that. I say that all the time. I mean, even in life, I go outside, I'm going to the grocery store, I ain't messing with nobody. I'm not talking to nobody. Listen. My neighbors, I lived in this house for literally almost 10 years. And my husband came outside talking about, who you talking to? It was the first time I ever spoke to my neighbors in 10 years, y'all. 10 years.
He came out with a strap, didn't he? What's going on?
Like, who the hell are you talking to? You talking to somebody in front of the house?
How many text messages I got?
That's ridiculous. What is that for?
I don't bother people. Leave me alone. Half
the
time people text me.
I'm saying.
It's a bunch of different people. But I say that to say, half the time people be like, what are you doing? I'm with my snakes. I'm making content. I'm feeding them. I'm doing maintenance. You know what I'm saying? Because when I go live, I just show a small portion of the stuff that I'm doing. But I'm always, even I was just up until 1:30 last night, cleaning lizard cages, feeding them, giving everybody fresh water. And I had the rhino out for a minute. But there's always work to be done. And like you said, for me, having the animal is one thing, but cleaning the enclosures is therapeutic for me. It's putting on them rubber gloves and getting to work and getting busy and just seeing, okay, pee, poop, shed, everything. Man, that's for me. That's therapeutic. It's too therapeutic. So yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm the same way. I just think that once you're triggered, though, like for me, like keep me on my social side. I like that part. Like I always say, I love the social side of myself. I love the side that can be around a good group of people and have a really good time. But that can quickly shift with just the wrong thing. Or if I can't trust in that circle, like my whole communication, everything changed. Like we talk openly. Damn it, we talk about each other. Open. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. I still don't like the new logo. You know what I mean? we can communicate in that way in this open conversation, and what we talk about never goes outside of us unless we give permission. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, say that, do that, or whatever. I think building those type of relationships that you can trust people, especially when you're dealing with like this stuff, Dre. If I didn't trust you, I wouldn't try half of this stuff. Like TikTok, y'all, I came to TikTok only because of Dre. Only because of Dre. But
And Sean.
It's Sean. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dre and Sean. Sean's definitely been pushing me for about a year to get on TikTok. And I'll say it's fun. Like I just think the TikTok vibe is a whole. There's no competition.
Exactly.
The audience is not worrying about who's podcast the best and all that kind of stuff. Like no one cares about that. Okay.
And that's the thing. And the thing I like about TikTok Live is like I can get on TikTok and just have fun. I can have fun.
It keeps me company when I cleaned the other day. We got so much accomplished.
That's the one thing. Probably my favorite thing about TikTok is the engagement and how they ask and how so many people ask questions. Even the non-reptile keeper. It's 9 times out of 10 on TikTok who's going to be in live or other reptile keepers or non-reptile keepers who are curious or non-reptile keepers who are trying to get into the reptile world. And to be able to like answer all of those questions is fun. It's enjoyable. It's crazy. And most people get on there and they literally appreciate what we're doing. And I hate to throw this out there. People hate when I bring it up, but being Black and doing it is a lot different. Because I don't know about you, Nicole, but me growing up, it's always that's white people stuff. That's why, like, we don't do that. No, you don't do that. I do what I want.
Yeah, see, for me it was different because I grew up literally on the water. So Black kids on the water hurt all the time. But you still got like my mother would say that, like, girl, that is some white people shit right there. Whenever I would bring somebody's like an animal home, whatever, it was real. I used to bring real animals home, possums and shit, yo. I used to put stuff in my jacket. Yeah. And I'll have animals for like, I know the first cat I brought home, my father named it Sinister, because Sin was in the house for like a week before my father even bought a wild cat in the house. He named it.
Hey, Maki, don't feel bad. I got 2 more coming myself.
Wait a minute.
Plus a retake from Nicole.
Maki, wait a minute, let me go back. Elias comment. Elias, it's not the logo, like the changing of the logo. It's the logo itself. I don't think it's a good depiction of him.
We had this conversation. She know I don't care.
It's like Mr. T went and got some snakes.
Listen, I'd have been called Mr. T. I get called T-Pain a lot. And please, if I'm really T-Pain, it needs to reflect in my bank account. That's all I'm saying.
I know that's right. Yeah, so
hey, KT, you a problem, bro. I just looked at your text message, man.
Another thing that I do think is important, like to keep in mind when doing social media is Drake kind of talked about it. Like, you're going to have to pick your audience, right? So if you're going to do ratchet, then you're going to have to find a ratchet audience type of thing. It's more about being true to yourself when you're doing social media. TikTok allows me to be me. Like the other day, when the girl asked about why wasn't I bothered by Romeo being upset the other day, which is one of the boas, because I knew why he was upset. Romeo has been trying; he's been pushing out sperm plugs into his water because the boas below him are mating. And ever since they've been made, it's like he got this attitude. I mean, he's fine once he's out, but he got an attitude like, you taking me out to handle me, and I want you to take me out to put me down at where he at so I can get some of what he's getting. So I'm trying to explain
I
it
want
to
some
somebody on
coochie.
TikTok. Yeah. So that's exactly how I explained it to the people, and everybody was like, "Oh, I got it now."
He got the same attitude I got. It's been a minute.
One guy was like, "Yeah, I be feeling just like Romeo."
It's been a minute.
Somebody on the bottom bunk getting some, and I'm up there horny, and I can't get anything. Oh yeah, when I do get off that bunk, somebody gonna get told about themselves. So yeah, so it's just again teaching people like stuff like that to get them to better understand. Good morning.
Good morning.
To understand why snakes act the way they act and do what they do. I think that it's showing people like the baby snake Sheree. I think that was pretty cool too, because a lot of people see our snakes when they get big. So to be able to literally show them this is the mama, this is the daddy, and this is the baby, so they can realize that this little baby becomes this great big old snake, and not just think, oh, I want one of those because it's a little snake.
What up, Justin?
Even on the inquiries on the morph market that I have already, I have said to people have been like, have you ever handled these snakes before? Do you know what a reticulated python is? Do you know how long the snake is? And there are some people like, oh, wow, because they see this cute little pretty snake. Mm-hmm. That cute little pretty snake, it'll still be pretty, but it won't be little.
It'll still be cute, though. Right? It'll still be cute, though, until you get the attitude.
It won't be little. Like even the ones who have already had 4 meals compared to the ones that had 3 or 2 are totally different looking snakes. Already compared to the other ones. I want to be Sissy Nicole. I got the next round for sure. If there be a next round, but yeah. Yes, Justin. He is sexually frustrated. And Romeo is normally sweet. But he's like, man, Kate goes down there getting some and I can't get anything. And every day that we take out his big water bowl is this plugs all in it. It's going to happen, Mikey. It's going to happen when it's breeding season, especially if somebody else getting some in the room. Jimmy shooting sperm plugs is hilarious.
It's a trip. Listen, I still remember like when my arm got like just taken advantage of by Khalifa last year, man. That's when I found out he was a male. I thought he was a girl. I didn't know they could move. Did you see the picture I shared earlier this week? And there was a picture of this little boy holding a king snake. I'm in this Facebook group, and it's basically a reptile group for like identifying snakes or whatever, just like wildlife or people like getting rid of snakes. And it's called Ohio, Kentucky, whatever. And this lady is having her son hold this snake, and I mean, the snake was hung like a horse, is all I'm saying. That was tacky, right? And so she asked, what's going on with its tail? This can't be comfortable. And I was like, that's what you call dick. Like, that boy ready. So it's just like,
I'm good, Sid.
Khalifa popped his out on me that day and started wiggling them mugs around my arm, and I was like, oh hell no. Like, to see it in person and to see that happen, it's like some like alien type stuff. Like it creeped me out a lot of it.
Right.
And it was just like, I ain't gonna describe it because you're not about to make fun of me, but it was disturbing. It was very disturbing. Very disturbing.
Right. But so overall, so you would say out of the 3, TikTok is your favorite?
Ooh. As far as live, yes.
Okay.
Instagram is still, when it comes to, because I still post more on Instagram.
Right.
When it comes to Instagram, showing off the animals, Instagram definitely, hands down, definitely. But if I go live on Instagram, it's usually you'll see me. I'm in like a panel. I have other people. We're talking reptiles or whatever. But when it comes to actually showing off reptiles, I think Instagram has seen my reptiles enough, so I'm actually going to pull back from going live and strictly just do TikTok lives for now. And TikTok is where the attention is at. Like I started my TikTok. I've only been on TikTok for a year now. I've been on Instagram going on 5 years. My TikTok has surpassed my Instagram. So, I mean, you gotta go where the money is. Because
Yeah, I
Instagram
mean,
ain't paying nobody
I
either.
think I always really, even when I didn't go live, I didn't post that much. Was probably surpassed my Instagram to a certain point, and then
Yeah.
that spiked
Yep.
up.
And then make sure,
Flag on the play.
yeah. And it was funny because it had to be June. I was like, hey, I know it's Pride Month, bro, but I don't get out like that. I support, but hey, chill out. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you enable your subscriptions, Nicole, so people can subscribe there too. Let's get the money.
Yeah, so again, I got to do everything gradually because
I feel you.
Comes to that's why I put so much into YouTube. When people actually paying for the content, I definitely like to give that, a little bit more, but I got to do it gradually. I can't just go all in because I'll get, I spend a lot of times, like you said, with the animals. The cool thing about TikTok, we can spend time with the animals while on TikTok. I can't do that like right here, even doing this live, because the retakes will be knocking all of this shit over.
Yeah. And then I don't know, I just like how the live is set up more. You know what I'm saying? It just seems to be a lot easier. I mean, I wish they put the flip camera button, actually give it a button versus having to go to the menu and hit it. But other than that, it's cool. I like how the questions display. Instagram, the questions it's just Instagram is simpler, but TikTok seems to be easier to use. If that makes, I mean, that's how I see it. But I don't know. So yeah, we definitely gonna have to go live today.
Yeah, it'll be this afternoon. So for the people on TikTok who say I want to see snakes, Candy is on TikTok and not on YouTube. Candy. Maybe Candy. Candy's on TikTok and maybe. The babies are doing well. Well.
Yeah, I saw the one that I want already. You had it on camera. I was like, oh, for sure.
Oh, I had it on camera? You better hope, because they on Morph Market. You better hope I ain't selling it.
I checked out the Morph Market last night, actually.
Okay. So I'm putting them up as I can part with them.
I need a male, though. I need a male.
Oh, so I'm female heavy. I do have some males. I think I might have one male in the Golden Child. I'm not sure.
And I'm gonna put this out there because Nicole don't want y'all to know, but she trying to hold something back, and Slim don't want her to. So we gotta make. Is it because Candy Cane ain't worth the plug, nickel? And you know it.
One is definitely not going, but that one, Michael pointed out that we had two more of that same one. Of the same one. So
Maki said what she said, y'all.
I think it's like two that I want to try to keep. But what I'm doing is, even out of all of them, I want to keep a lot of them back. I'm putting them up and so ergo, that's another thing. The price is the price. Like I'm already being generous with the pricing of some of them. Like even the Motley Moschino Sunfires. I could make them more expensive. I really could. But the price is the price. And then as I post the other ones, the price is going to be very expensive because the thing is that if you want them, you want to pay for them. They're beautiful animals. They're unique even amongst the animals that they're in. And both of those, like I said, were loaded with genetics, and as you can see that in the different pools of animals that they have.
Yeah, I just need me a golden child, and we good to go.
I probably have a male. I'm not sure. I'll double check, but I think I have a male. I know I have like a lot of females, but I'll check to see which one is the male. If it's, I don't know if it's a Motley that's a male or if it's a super Motley.
Yeah,
I'll double check today. I'll let you know.
We know. We already know.
Elias. Well, this is my birthday month too, so this is a good time. Like this is when I do all of my whining. She not finna.
Not all of my whining. I can't with you.
Yeah, remember that's how I got the boas last year I wasn't getting any more snakes, and then I go to Aussie's to pick up a ball python and saw those bloods. So I came back and because I got telling Aussie, he ain't gonna let me get them one. I came back and I whined. So then I did the show with Aussie, and Aussie bust out laughing because I had bought the two boas. He said, "See, I told you were spoiled." So I got them. In June, I got those two boys.
Hey, Elias is tripping right now.
The real question is what ball she's selling.
Oh snap! Maki you need two of them.
All but one of the ball pythons are going. Yeah, all of them.
You see, they're not off more market because
I actually bred that for just to get another male black pastel combo, and I got it. But there's some blanchies in there that's really pretty. I don't think I'm gonna keep any of those though, but because they just don't fit my projects. But
Maki, I wasn't talking about snakes, big dog.
that's one and a girl one only. All right, y'all. So it's been over our hour. It's been a good Monday. I hope everybody, have a good week, inspire. If you're those are people who are inspired to educate, definitely utilize TikTok to do it. And I would say, just keep it in mind that some of the people who come in aren't always going to be the people who want to see it either. So try to present our animals in a way that it turns people on and not off. So like I always start off, like the other day I started off with, these are animals, things can happen, but if they do happen, explain the why behind it. I think that's important. But everybody have an amazing week. I will let y'all know how this vegan except crab journey goes. I will say I felt good waking up this morning compared to eating. And, I don't know. We'll see. As long as much I can make. Oh, I also made fried corn, y'all. Take some corn. Oh my God. It was so good. Corn, and I put it in some almond flour, and then I deep fried it. Oh, it was really, really good, y'all. And I deep fried it in some good almond oil. So, go ahead, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Try a little healthier choices, because right now, food is expensive regardless if you're buying it, regardless if you're cooking, regardless if you're buying vegan. At one time, we used to always say eating healthy was expensive. Eating period is expensive now.
Whether you buy it for yourself or the snakes, you're going to spend some money. And I'm actually going to be on Sex and Flexion's podcast this weekend.
What you say first?
Chill out.
Shout out tomorrow Beyond the Scales podcast tomorrow at 7 p.m. Wait a minute, hold on. Did we change the name from Snakes and Baits? Is that the same thing, or who's Beyond the Scales? Help me, Elias.
I feel like I seen a post about that. Yeah, I heard it. Listen, bro.
Beyond
you know what?
The Scales. Who? Which one is that one?
That's why you single and lonely, just like me.
Who? You talking about Maki?
Yeah.
Maki, you single and lonely? Something you might be single. Say I ain't lonely.
Oh, I know she ain't lonely.
Maki big pimping. Big pimping.
I hear the stories. News travels and circulates. I'll be like, ooh. Make sure she put it in the dishwasher when she's done.
Mates on Sunday at 6 p.m. Okay.
So I think it's like with you when you have reptiles and cocktails, and then we have two.
Okay, I got it now.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys live on TikTok afternoon. TikTok, we'll be back with snakes afternoon. I'll be cleaning ball pythons, so you get to see some cool ball pythons, and then maybe I'll pull out the new baby snakes again. The big snakes will be roaming. I don't know what they'll be doing, but we'll let you see the ones we can. I normally, when I'm in the other room where the racks are, it's limited space for them because they'll start climbing all over the racks and stuff. So
that'd be the worst.
Yeah, so I might have to move from one room to the other. But thank you guys for tuning in. And we will see you guys later. All right, this is where I always forget how to get out of here. Watch this.
Hit the X on the top right.
Ain't no. You keep talking about the top right. There's no X on the top right of my screen. Why?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. We still live.
Yeah, we still live. Shay, want y'all to hear her cussing me out.
It's like this is where it's about to get really, really real.
She be talking to me crazy, y'all. What up, Wiz?